Hello everyone, I am making today's video because we are once again in the best half of the year in my opinion. When daylight savings time ends, we are headed into spring. We get an extra hour of daylight, weather is warming up, and for me it is time to take my wardrobe from winter into spring. So I just wanted to share a couple ways in which I'm doing that, some trends that I'm looking forward to participating in, and some that I am phasing out now that we are in 2023. And then I just wanted to show a couple outfit ideas on my mid to plus size body. If you are new to my channel, I am a 12 to 14 in women's. I wear jeans that are 12 to 14, dresses, large to extra large. I shop in both standard women's size sections and plus size stores and sections. It just depends a lot on the clothing and the brand. So I just wanted to show a couple outfits and what they look like on my body and what I am going to be doing this spring. If you are new to my channel, I like to start every season with the guide of a color palette. This is a tip I finally gave into trying after following so many stylist YouTube channels, and I realized I kind of did this anyways, and so now I like to implement it as a guide and as a base for my outfits. So there are a couple colors here that I'm really excited for this spring. I've been seeing them for sale everywhere. I've been seeing them all over Pinterest, even as actual color palettes from Pantone. So what I am adding and using and basing my outfits off of are these colors: olive green, slate blue, which is kind of a gray skewing blue. It looks really blue here in my palette, but it's a little more gray than this. Camel, I love camel accessories and staple pieces. Sage, I'm really excited for. Peach, I'm very excited about. I think it's a less aggressive way to incorporate these types of shades than the coral we saw about 5 years ago. Those just in-your-face bright coral. I think peach is a really subtle, nice pinky color. And then blush, which is almost a neutral, that I love. And Marsala. This is my favorite ever power color. If I can use this and get away with it in a season, I want to. I also am adding more pieces that are closer to kind of a brick red, so you're going to see a lot of that in my spring wardrobe. But I'll probably just refer to it universally as Marsala. So these are the colors I will be referring to in my spring wardrobe here. Okay, so as you can see, there are a lot of these colors just visually sticking out. I have some sage, peach, Marsala. So I wanted to share with you a couple pieces that I've recently added. My budget is such that I cannot do a completely new wardrobe every single season, and I probably wouldn't even anyways if I did have the financial means, just because for me that feels a little excessive, a little wasteful. So I like to go with what I already have and add some pieces from there, and a color palette is a really helpful way to do that. So I want to talk first about a piece I added in this peach. I bought a few things from Francesca's. I bought this because I loved the color. I was so drawn to it. I think it's so pretty, but I tried it on and it is very much not me. This is what they call currently the coquette aesthetic. That is just not something that I feel works on me and fits on me, and it is a really short dress, which I don't usually go that short. Maybe with like a denim jacket you could tone it down, but so I think I will be sending this back. But I wanted to show you just this beautiful peach color. I love this. I think it is universally flattering. So what I decided I'm going to look for instead is a top of the same kind of Swiss dot, and if I can find something in this color, I will be so stoked. So if anybody has a link, please let me know. But this is the peach of spring 2023 that I am looking to add where I can. I've been seeing it a lot and I'm really the most excited about this, so I wanted to share it first. Then the color olive. I also got this dress from Francesca's. This one is a little bit longer, and I particularly love this dress. I actually got it for an upcoming baby shower that I'm going to, and I think it's such a great semi-casual, but also you can dress it up to look a little nicer dress, especially for outdoor events in the spring. It's got some floral embroidery, which, you know, florals for spring, groundbreaking, but I think it's just so pretty, and it's got some little Marsala detail here. Also some ivory, which I really like for my neutrals for spring. And so I just wanted to try it on, show you what it looks like. Okay, again, this is from Francesca's. Here is what it looks like on. To accessorize it, I may add, if I'm going to be outdoors where there's a lot of sun, add my favorite hat and probably some matching sandals like this. kind of camel-y, cognac-y color. And yeah, that is I would pair it. What I especially love about this dress, if you notice the sleeve, these are called bishop sleeves. So the trend I am most looking forward to leaving in 2022 as we go into 2023 is the puff sleeve. The big puffy sleeves that just kind of exploded at the end of 2021. We saw them everywhere last year. These, I think a lot of people are just kind of over it. So this was like my main top that I would wear last spring. Very floral, the ditzy floral, very puffy sleeves. I am probably going to be listing this on Poshmark. I've been doing a huge overhaul, as I said, and just going Poshmark sell crazy. So this is probably one that will make its way on there. But as an alternative to the puff sleeve, I think bishop sleeves, you see there is still a little bit of volume to it. But they're longer and they're not just all concentrated up here, just big shoulder puff sleeves. So I think this is kind of the quintessential spring 2023 piece. Outdoor weddings that are kind of more casual, baby showers, wine tasting. I feel like I mentioned that in every video, but when the sun comes back out, that is a big event here where I'm at. So again, Francesca's, this is one option. So another option for a bishop sleeve top is this one that I got from Lucky Brand, well, on Amazon, but by Lucky Brand. You can see the sleeves, they have a little bit of volume, but they're not all concentrated in the upper arm. You can, because they have like this elastic thing here, you can wear them a little higher, or as true 3/4 sleeves. But I like this, again, jeans and a nice top when the event calls for that. And I would pair it probably with those same sandals or other camel accessories, my sunflower bag from Portland Leather Goods, throw the same hat on. Or I'm going to just talk briefly about some of my influences into my wardrobe. I think we're in just such a unique moment of fashion right now. There's just so much that is trending, and a lot of the stylist YouTubers that I follow are even saying like every type of jean is in style. It's just that's never happened before. It's always like one dominant style usually in the culture. But I think just where we're at with Gen Z's influence on fashion and the advent of social media, we have all these different aesthetics at play right now. I was telling someone recently, last time I went to Target, everything for sale there looked like something I would wear to a middle school dance, which means for my age, middle school was the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And a lot of that stuff I wouldn't wear now because I wore it then, and now I look back and cringe at it. But I think a lot of people pull it off and it looks great on them. It's just something that I wouldn't add to my wardrobe. But that being said, I like a lot of the 90s pieces that are being worn right now, because in the 90s I was a kid, I wasn't wearing what the young adults were wearing. And so now I see that, and I think it adds a lot of fun edge to wardrobes and to outfits. I also, if you notice, I have kind of a recurring boho theme. So I like to mix boho and edgy. Things that are kind of too aggressively girly just aren't necessarily me. I like to tone things like this down just a little bit. But, so some things that I like, I gravitate towards chunky heels or on my boots. I got these ones. If you watched my previous video, I talked about these and how I plan to style these and wear these. These are very 90s inspired to me. And for some people, they'll see that and go, I would never be caught dead in that. It's just too much. But I like kind of like slouchier things, kind of like this, a little 90s inspired, chunkier knits a little bit, and I'll show you some ways that I style things like this. One trend that I'm still really into that I think is here to stay for at least the next 5 or so years is ballet core. Ballet core is one that I read about, and you think of like what a ballerina would wear on her off days. Or something she would wear to practice in. I would consider this sweater even to be kind of ballet core because it has the little twist detail, but it's a little slouchy, has kind of an updated or an elevated kind of effortless look, I would say. And so I do have a few pieces that are over a year old now, kind of slouchier wrap tops like this. I would consider this ballet core. So I have it both in black and in camel. These are both from Banana Republic, and I just like the slouchy nature of it. And you can wear a necklace or necklaces with these and kind of dress it up, or just have it as a casual top with just jeans and boots or I don't know, even some of these kind of flatter shoes. And I'm really into it still. Some people may be over it. I've actually been a fan of balletcore before it was named that. When the movie Black Swan first came out with Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, in the movie she wears this pink coat, and I was obsessed with finding this pink coat. I don't know if you're like me, where you see a piece on TV or somewhere and you have to have it. You have to track it down. And so eventually I did find it, and I thought it was just so cute, paired with just like yoga pants and whatever, boots and scarves. So this is one, and I think these are a really nice option for spring because look how thin the fabric is. This kind of rib knit, kind of stretch knit. When it's cold out, you can wear these without overheating, basically. And I think those kind of stretch knit things are a good alternative to the winter sweater. So as you are bringing your wardrobe into spring, I'm not getting rid of these because these are staple pieces that I think are a little timeless, but cable knit like this, especially, this is something I wouldn't wear past February. And you don't have to follow any hard and fast rule. Maybe where you live, like maybe the Midwest or something, this is something you would wear well into spring. But here in California, there's really just 2 months out of the year where a thick sweater like this is something I would wear. And as soon as Valentine's Day is over, I am updating my wardrobe into spring. Same with kind of my Fair Isle sweaters. This is one of my favorite pieces. This was from J. Crew. But it's very wintry, even kind of the end of fall into winter. And these are going to now go into the winter section. Half of my wardrobe, I'm not going to look at them again until next year. That being said, we are in the beginning of March, and the beginning of March looks very different from May and spring. It's still really cold here. We've had so many rainy days this year, kind of an unprecedented weather event. But my stretch knits, my thinner long sleeve shirts are going to be a nice, don't want to pull that down, nice transition. So this is just a staple piece, really thin again, but long sleeves. And I can layer this with a cardigan. I especially love black and white stripes. I even have a short sleeve version of it with my camel cardigan. And this, both of these pieces are from Banana Republic, but this was actually thrifted. It's in good condition, and I thought it had kind of a Parisian vibe to it. It would be a good staple piece. And so this is something I would pair, or another kind of ballet core stretch knit because it's got the little front twist. This is one of my favorite things to wear, especially with my cognac hat if I'm going to be out. Okay, speaking of sweaters, not every sweater has to be super thin, but this one does have some details to it that make it more appropriate for spring than my thick, chunky cable knits. So I actually recently just got this from Francesca's. It was a nice olive color. This is actually a little darker than it appeared online, but the shade name was actually olive. And I saw this, and at the start of the year, I kind of decided I really want to incorporate more green into my life in 2023. I really like the way, I don't know, I feel like it makes my eyes look more green than blue. And I actually started the year by getting a green tattoo. You can see here. I had actually asked for it to be green with no black outline. I just wanted pure green. And green has kind of been my power color for the year. I mean, Marsala will always be my standard go-to. But I like that this it is breathable. The holes, if you see it stretched all apart. There are some larger holes, so it's not super thick. And I love the back. For twist front, as I said, but a twist back I think is so cute. I wouldn't personally wear it without a tank top under it because I don't want my bra to show and I don't want too much showing, especially when it's cold out. But I think this is just an updated, elevated sweater alternative to the classic, and I would wear it with my chunky heeled boots. So here is it, fully styled chunky sunglasses. I would keep my accessories simple with this. I wouldn't add any necklaces or gold to the front because I feel like the back feature really is the focal point of this. And then I would just wear my camel bag, camel colored bag with it, which has got another green Monstera, actually kind of inspo for my Monstera tattoo. But so this is an updated winter into spring outfit. Spring details, color, and style all together. Okay, this is the trend I'm probably the most excited for in spring of 2023 is the necktie blouse. I searched high and low for the perfect one. There were some that were kind of similar, and actually there was one from the company Unique Vintage, but my size was sold out forever. And finally, from Express, I found the perfect necktie blouse. I just love the 70s vibes this adds. It's so pretty and feminine. I like that it's long sleeve but breathable, so I can wear this late into the spring for kind of nicer events, holidays, church, anything like that. If you notice the sleeves, there is some volume to it, but it tapers right here at the arm. It has these pretty little buttons, which I'm obsessed with. I just love the necktie. And I was worried before I actually tried it out, that it would be unflattering up at the top. I was afraid it would draw too much attention, but I think that it is just really so smoothing, flattering. I think it's just so pretty. And this is just styled with some jeans and boots. I would also wear this with a skirt. Okay, so here it is styled with a skirt. This is a higher waistline skirt, but again, I love the retro vibes this particular piece adds. I would probably wear these with just my pointed little flat shoes, my slingbacks, and voila. Okay, so I just wanted to walk you quickly through my spring wardrobe. This is the center section of my closet and just things that I pulled forward based on my color palette. Here are where I keep my dresses, and a dress is something that I add every spring to my wardrobe. You saw the one that I tried on. I think it was just so perfect for this year, the trends and the colors and the events that I'm going to be wearing it to. This was my go-to spring dress last year, and I'm still going to be wearing it this year for places people haven't seen me in it yet. So not the same groups, like at that baby shower, but I would wear it to like family events and things like that. And it's not super puffy sleeve, it is more drapey, so I feel like it's not aggressively out of style just yet. One of my casual dresses, this is in that blush color that I love so much. And then I have some of my nicer tops. So a lot of these are actually in my color palette, as you can see. These I love for adding a little extra something to a color palette. One of the style YouTubers I follow the most always recommends adding pops of lace or things that create interest in a simple outfit. So I love these with just a simple sweater, cardigan, some of my nicer tops. This, let me actually pull it out. This pinky blush color I would add under my little wrap top here for creating that interest and for just adding some pretty feminine details. So let me show you what that looks like. Kind of like that. And I would wear it with my black boots, and I think you have a cute little ballet core outfit, color-wise and style-wise. Okay, then I get into my t-shirts here. So classic. This is that slate blue that I'm loving still for this season and year. Staple t-shirts. These tops I have in two colors, kind of an off-white and a sage green. And these I always get asked, where did you get these? Because I think this style, I think gauzy and waffle knit things are really trendy right now still. These are kind of bell sleeves, so you see they have like a little flare to them, but they're not puffed up. They're not stitched in a way that is dramatic. Not like this one. Very, very puffy. More slate. You see my wardrobe, and it's very, very green. I added a lot of green this year. As I said, I was deciding to do that at the start of the year. And then I have my cardigans, a lot of ivory. Let me show you some of my favorite outfits I love to add ivory to, particularly with these slingback shoes that I'm wearing. So I'm wearing yet another green piece from Francesca's. I just got this too. Actually, this came from Poshmark, but it is by Francesca's. It was brand new with tags on, and it was one of those, I saw it on the website, but they no longer sold it, and so I went on an internet deep dive trying to find it, and I actually finally found it on Poshmark, and it was just such a good price. I was so excited for it. But what I love about it, first off, the color, the olive that I am obsessed with for this year and season, but the spring detail, the embroidered floral up here, you can see the beads as well. It's just, it adds so much interest and kind of feminine details to like a more structured, boxy, kind of masculine piece, kind of like a military jacket, but with pretty florals for spring. And that is what I love to mix, is kind of masculine sporty feminine details. Here's some embroidery on this side, the back, and I would wear this here just with like a plain t-shirt, also maybe like a lacy top, like a lacy pink tank I think would be cute. And I have just my little Sperry's on that are in a camel color, which I would wear this either with my camel colored bag, or say that I'm going to the farmer's market, which is a big thing this time of year, I would rock my little farmer's market tote. I got this one from Amazon. I like that it had long handles so I don't have to just carry it on my arm. I can wear it like a true purse, especially if I load it up with heavy fruit or whatever. This is just a little cheapy, but I really love it. I take it out with me when I go to farmer's market kind of things. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about going into spring are just some basics. I follow my color palette kind of for basics. Well, for one thing, I have my now light wash jeans that I'm taking back out for the first time since summer. That's not a hard rule, but I just feel a little silly wearing these like in true winter time with my thick sweaters. But I love blush when it comes to basics. It goes with all of my accessories, like for example my AirPods case, my Apple Watch are this blush color, and I think it pairs so nicely with slate blue and with that Marsala. When I'm buying yoga pants and tanks and things that I'm just wearing out on a walk or out to the park when I take my kids, I love having these colors just easy to grab in my wardrobe right here at my disposal. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear ways that you are updating your wardrobe from taking it from winter to spring, trends that you are loving in 2023, and trends that you are leaving. I will see you in my next video. Bye.